So I want to see I need to get my people on TikTok too so I can start getting them over here. Who's here? Say hello. And what is multiplayer? What does that give you? See, I'm still learning how to do all this, y'all. Um, um, and one of my goals to be able to start interviewing guests and actually also to like split screens so I can read. I just figured out how to do that. 1 second, because holy cow. 1 minute, that might be. Nope, that's not what I want. See, right now I see. I see everything behind me on YouTube, but I do not see. How do I change the background on my YouTube? Like, that's what I'm trying to do, people. I will learn how to do that. So, mast cell adaptation syndrome, latex allergy, coconut allergy. Oh, lots and lots of stuff. Let's go. And I do have access to Restream now. But through the Long COVID Association, but still learning to try, still learning how to, yeah, why'd you do that? Still learning how to do that. Especially because the email account that this channel is under isn't connected to, isn't the same account that I use for um, TikTok and Facebook. So that might be a little bit of a challenge. Got to figure things out, see if I can switch that. Um, because I'd like to be able to do that also. And I want to try to involve all of my communities and get everybody mainly over here on YouTube. Because this is where I think we need to be. Um, let's see. Mhm. Live sure. See, I can also restream on Amazon Live, because Amazon went up storefront, and one of the things I want to start doing is helping people find the things that they need. Um, for example, like a friend asked what they could for latex bras and underwears and latex free socks. The one asked for um, options for latex free or coconut free soaps, and I was able to help them find options that they can use. If you're watching, please hit the like button, please share, please leave a comment, please say hi, please interact. Let's see. Let's see here. Sure. I did not share with anyone that I was going live over here. So do that. Who is awake? Who wants to chat? I'm going to start. My plan here is this, and this is. Um, I'm going to start focusing more on long-term, long-form YouTube video chat, long-form YouTube videos. Um, Putting together maybe a once-a-week update on my um, from TikTok on YouTube. Maybe I've started creating more videos straight on YouTube, um, shorts and things like that. And I started putting together um, more things like that. And I created a I've created one sub channel so far for my art, but I've only uploaded one video to it so far. So I'm gonna start doing more of that. Hello, Charles. How are you doing tonight? Um, because I do a lot. I notice a lot of people like watching. I mean, some to watch people do things, not just talk all the time. So I'm putting together an order for one of my followers, um, and I need to. Where's the last one for her? The last one for her is here. And I'm not gonna show it unless somebody specifically asks me to. It has a bad word on it. Yeah. Let's see. Ooh, did not pin roll. All right, so listen. If you're watching over here on TikTok, I am looking for. I want to start. I want to build. I need to build my YouTube following. I have 6,300 plus following me here. I only need about 800 of you to come on over and follow me and subscribe on YouTube. To get to 1,000. I have 275 subscribers right now on YouTube. Um, and once I'm able to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and get X number of watch hours, which I'm doing pretty good on so far, I think. Um, I can, I have, I'd be eligible to monetize the channel. And let me tell you guys, I spend a lot of time on these videos. Definitely a lot of time. Sometimes I am doing 2 to 3 hours of research on a video. I'm a former reporter. But I think that the conversation needs to get moved over to YouTube. Um, Doing pretty good, Robin. How are you? Um, I do you want to join? But what I want to do is let people know um, because I need to start concentrating more on. If I can get the multi-streaming figured out, I want to be able to start like actually posting videos. That's oh, so sorry, babe. I want to start posting videos where I'm able to read, uh, and respond and react and do the split screens and all that stuff, all the fancy videos, video tricks that the professionals, uh, the pro YouTubers can do. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. Capillary refill. Okay, okay. Hi, Jesper. Capillary refill. Okay, I will take rescue meds. So, um, one thing that I learned from my more medically enlightened friends on other social media channels is one trick called capillary refill trick, and your stays white. What are you alive? um, and what that is supposed to do, basically, if your body's in distress, um, your body then naturally is going to pull blood away from the extremities in order to provide and keep the blood pumping and flowing for the vital organs. Um, oh, dang. Annie, I'm sorry. That's a lot. That's a lot to deal with. All right, so I'm getting my first let me grab my, and I'm still waiting for. I'm gonna have to call again tomorrow. I'm still waiting for my IV, not my intramuscular, whatever you call it, the injectable Benadryl. I'm still waiting for that. Um, I was supposed to get that, I thought, last week, and I do not have it yet because the pharmacy told me that they could have it for me within 24 hours of being called in. And the pharmacy is 15 minutes from my house, and I've got nothing yet. I know it's right before the holidays, things are crazy. So we got a lot going on. Trying to keep the medication like out of actual camera view, so that we don't upset any anyone. Let's see, who's teaching you how to do it? Do what? Oh, um, I have a first responder in the family who's gonna show me how to do it. Um, and how many are they giving you, or is it as I'm getting 25 injection 25 a month, I was told. 50 mg, 25 a month. For the Benadryl because it's not a pick line. It's so I don't need a port or anything like that, obviously. Um, but it is going to be it's supposed to because I will tell you right now, I've gotta take probably double for regular Benadryl work for me. Probably have to take double the actual dosage for it to actually work because it just doesn't. Um, but I've heard uh, that. Hello, Amy. Let me know if you'd like to go live. So it should last 8 hours or so. You can use that would be great. And I said because obviously I just have to, and I think I asked the pharmacist this when I called. I let them know about my allergy to my dichloride, and I told them that it needed pure Benadryl. It did not need. I can't have anything with anything extra. Hey, Kimberly. So I recently was approved for by my physician. I have methyloxidation syndrome, latex allergy, an allergy, and an allergy to ethylene dimethylchloride. I have hypermobile spectrum disorder, and I'm just your ABC of chronic illness and allergies. Um, and we figured out Benadryl isn't really helping me all that much. And I can only take 3 antihistamines, and Benadryl is the rescue. So that being the problem, Robin recommended that I talk to my primary and ask for intramuscular Benadryl. Robin's on TikTok, and I'm talking to my to YouTube. Everybody, do me a favor. I'm gonna say this right now. There's 11 people here. I would like for each of you to please go to YouTube and subscribe to Chronically Spicy. My goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers. I have 275 right now. If I can get to 1,000, I can monetize the channel, and I can start turning my accidental job into like actually accidental volunteer job into a paying job. Um, which I desperately need because I can't work. I can't even walk my dogs right now that I would worry about putting set of plants on people's porches. So, Amy, thank you for following. Um, you switch Benadryl to other items so you don't become tolerant to it. That's the thing, and that's why. See, I'm prescribed 50 milligrams of Benadryl every 4 times a day for 4 reactions. I don't take Benadryl 4 times a day for 4 reactions because, uh, oh, read up, like, scroll up what I missed. Avocado seems to be a common one, and I do not react to avocado. Be careful with that one, Robin, because if it hits, it hits hard. Um, Eat some bad oysters and think I'm sick. Have you ever got bad food poison? Okay, yeah, Jason. I'm pretty sure everybody's gotten bad food poisoning at least once. Um, Bad oysters, man, though, that's gotta be rough. Make sure you stay hydrated. I can't give any other, medical advice other than that. Um, but you see, Robin, you can switch this around. I'm only not allergic to Benadryl, Allegra, and Claritin. Those are the only 3 things that I'm not allergic to. I'm allergic to everything else because everything else contains ethylene hydrochloride, which is lovely. I react to avocado, yes. Amy, I lost avocado about 4 years ago. Um, and looking back, I have the foods that I've lost are the ones that I have pills. But you didn't tell me I had my pills on. There were vitamins. They're TikTok TikToks. One second. Alright, so, I took this one. There we go. Um, and then the rest I've got is 1, 2, 3. That's the Benadryl. That's the H1. That's the H2. Metformin. And there is what is that? It's not mine. That's the H1. That's the H2. There we go. All right. Yeah, I lost it and I lost it bad. I'm Mexican American and eating avocado every day all the time. Um, that one hurt. I am not gonna lie. One of my favorite foods in the world uh, were Mexican um, shrimp cocktails, which are a special kind of amazing. Um, I would appreciate if anybody wants to hop over on YouTube and help me, YouTube, help me get some watch hours. That would be amazing. Um, okay, I'm looking. Metformin, strips B12, so be sure to supplement. Um, I have insulin resistance, so that's why I take metformin. I haven't found a B12. I have to look up supplements to see what is safe for me to take. Um, so I will keep looking at all of that. Hi, Stormy. Esper says, uh, I had a doc appointment in March, new primary since I'm an adult now. Yay, adulting. It's super fun sometimes. Um, what happens when I have reactions? It depends on the type of reaction. If we're talking, if you wanna have a primary, you can jump out of the live real quick and go to Kate, take a look at my, first pinned post. I had a latex allergic reaction at, Target 2 months ago. So and then I have a 9-part series, that I have to put together, on TikTok, on YouTube, on what happened with, when I chemically burned my throat after, ingesting, 3 bites of a, um, tamal that was, wrapped in a banana leaf. I thought they were sitting on a corn husk. Vesper, I am scrolling back up. Okay, let's see. Only the second part sent. All IV Benadryl is the only one I can take. I've taken children's 40 milligrams. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know what they're gonna do with me 'cause, 40 milligrams don't do anything. I can take so for anybody who doesn't know, the Ben's class of, um, anti-anxiety medications are, a mast cell stabilizer. And, I'm going to create a video on that when I can, on YouTube. I'm sure I've done it on, TikTok. You can hashtag search Pauline Pauline MCAS and, chronically spicy MCAS to see if there's any there. I've done a lot of videos, so I'm not quite sure if I covered that yet, but however, I mean, and when I say covered it, I mean with actual, like, the links. Problem is on TikTok, you can't click the links. That's why I want to move over to YouTube. And just so you know, if you create your own YouTube profile, you don't have to have you don't need a picture, you don't need to have a channel, you don't have to post anything. It's just to interact. Um, then you wanna talk, I go on YouTube, I can have it on the channel. We can have actual it doesn't matter how many people you have following you. It doesn't matter how many people you don't have following. You can have 0 followers. Absolutely. Um, and you can just stay voice and just do the avatar. You don't have to go on camera or anything. I think it's important, and I think it's really important for us to try and get the, um, conversation over onto YouTube, because whenever things hit the news regarding the chronic illness, community, severe allergy community, the only people talking about it are the people on YouTube, and it looks like it's jacked up. That's better. Um, so let's see, children's manageable but by tube is uncomfortable because it's red. I don't know. Okay. What happened? Okay, reactions can vary from swelling to brain fog to um, uh, everything. God, mental confusion, welts. It gets pretty bad. I got a doc appointment in March, new primary since I'm an adult now. Woo hoo hoo. Hi, Stormy. Hoping to talk about all my concerns. Vesper, did I miss the part that you wanted me? What's yellow on my hand? Oh, marker. Um, I finished an ornament for an order. And the yellow is actually from so it's just fa la la la. It'll be prettier when it's done, but fa la 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 la, effing la la la, and the yellow on my hand is from that. So I forgot to put those on today when I was working, but I was okay. Alright, so let me take since I have to take I'm gonna get shoes tonight anyway, I'm gonna take those now. I looked up practice by Sanity, but couldn't find it. No, okay, let's see. Let me see. Oh, you know what? Go, all my links are on my, bio, my bio. So that should be easy. No, it's okay, I didn't think to mention it. Um, I'm sad, I think I missed he was like, "We need to get you on YouTube, we need to build a following," and fortunately, I was out walking my dogs. Hi, Amanda. I was out walking my dogs when he called, or not called, but messaged, and, I, my mom wanted to talk my mother wanted me to give her a call because she just had a birthday. Apparently, her birthday order did not make it to her, so I had to find out what happened to that. Um, and, so, yeah, um, pups are allergic to poinsettias. Yep, and I'm allergic to poinsettias. That's why a lot of people usually keep them out on their porch. or where, um, they can't be reached. I remember we had a poinsettia in our house a long time ago, when it didn't bother me, um, and, before I was sensitive to it. Um, and, hi, Jenny, and, uh, cats are allergic to poinsettias too, I believe. Somebody with a cat in one of my past chats was like, um, they don't have poinsettias because of the cat. And I was like, well, that's good. Um, so yeah, but I am trying to get say hi, Jerry. Mimecast started showing during surgical prep after I was sedated and almost alive. Um, I mean, I am sorry for that. Sorry that happened, and I know it had to have been traumatic as you know what. I had a my MCAS flare during my um pregnancy, and Eliana is now 16. Guess she just got diagnosed with mast cell activation syndrome. She has been showing symptoms since she was probably about 2. Um, and yep, plenty of research papers have did the 2. In fact, yeah, it's a straight up accepted medical fact now that MCAS or COVID can directly cause MCAS, and but then also keep in mind that any trauma to the body can cause it, and I'm talking anything from accident to pregnancy to um Pu hormones, PMS, the word I'm looking for, adolescence, puberty, because 'cause I'm pretty sure that's what started with my daughter. She has just in September, she was diagnosed okay, she was diagnosed autistic when she was 8, 9. But she is also last, in September, she was diagnosed also with hypermobile disorder, POTS, and, um what were you diagnosed with? Hypermobile spectrum disorder, POTS, and what? EDS? No. She got she okay, yeah, she got diagnosed with a lot of stuff. Each period each period, new reaction. Hi, Michelle Dozier, welcome to live. Understand my trauma from the past, neuromuscular disease. Yeah, yep, exactly. And my pregnancy set off mine because I got my first rash during the pregnancy. And it was not a rash I ever gotten before. And things took a hard left turn after I gave birth. I was hospitalized. Actually, the actual pregnancy itself, I was hospitalized 2 times for my right arm and preeclampsia, both by the way. I have found research and will have to do videos on YouTube because I'm gonna be able to show the research. Um, both have been linked, by the way, if I remember correctly, to um, MCAS. So I believe that any woman, any pregnant person, HG should be or pre should be, screened for I think should be a reason for screening for um, and like Robin gets allergic, fevers. We were in the hospital every basically every month when Eliana was a baby because, she had allergic fevers, um, so often that we were on our first aid. Um, we were allergic to mesquite, still are, we live by it, um, and, problem with that was we didn't know that mesquite is a legume. Legumes are part of the latex fruit syndrome. So, whoever is watching it on YouTube, thank you for hanging out. Um, it's so weird during pregnancies, my diseases all went into remission and I felt good. I've heard that from a lot of people. It almost seems like it's like it's an either or an or. Either it triggers, if you don't already have it, and if you have it, then, you tend to get you might get a vacation vacation. Um, but, I do wanna take this opportunity to say that any autoimmune condition, including metabolic syndrome, cannot be cured. So, if you come across any creators on this or any other platform that says that MCAS can be cured, this is my personal opinion. It's fact MCAS can be cured, but just my personal opinion, they're not curing MCAS. Those people are probably just helping people who have histamine intolerance get the histamine intolerance under control. Because histamine intolerance, okay, take care of you. Um, because histamine intolerance is usually self-diagnosed and self-treated. There aren't actual tests that you can do you can do a histamine analysis. It's really expensive, it's really difficult, and usually the test is not accurate. Um, but, yeah, like, I've seen chiropractors on here, I've seen independent coaches on here. I'm not naming anybody specifically or calling anybody out. I'm just saying in general, if you ever are seeing a professional in any capacity who is trying to offer you support, um, and they say they can cure your MCAS, or they tell you to drink, or they focus on, well, it's your gut, gotta heal your gut. No, it's not just the gut. The only way I was diagnosed so quickly with MCAS and just suddenly me it was too long to see clinic. And how long did it take you to get diagnosed? Robin, I know, babe. And did you ask to go live or because I thought you said you needed to go, so that's why I wasn't, uh, because Amy, the fastest person that I know of who got diagnosed so far was, um, a social media friend of mine who was diagnosed in, I think, 10 months from her, long COVID. Ah, okay. Um, but yeah, she was diagnosed in 10 months from with long COVID and with, MCAS, and I was probably the first person in her, comment stream who said, "Everything you're talking about sounds like MCAS. I've been dealing with this crap for 15 years. How are you feeling? Oh, okay, okay. I'm gonna have to make sure I get sponsors on my channel and gets monetized because if she's in the room, she drops enough F that I'm gonna get monetized ever. Um, not if not talking, it's gonna be an F-bomb every other time unless I sponsor. Okay, um, so, um, anyway, if anybody, going with the gang, it's tough. You can come on because I did not get a chance to do anything. Oh, after your first anaphylactic response, the first day. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Give me the referrals I asked for. But I've been chronically ill for over 30 years and I researched a ton. My doc now knows just I'm glad that your doctor listened. Your doctor, amazing. I did the same thing with one. I ended up being misdiagnosed with fictitious disorder because I know too much. I'm if take a look at my writing portfolio. I've written for Washington Post. I've written for people. I've written for um, Annie True Crime. I've written for Men's Health. I've written for Redbook. I've written for Latina Magazine. Um, my daughter might get sick, so she's getting sick. Just so you know. Yeah. Um, yeah, getting sick. Um, and she's having a bad day. And next month, or ne she's barely, and the 26th, she's gonna be poinsettias, we'll get to that in 1 second, 'kay? Um, Aunt Amy, thank you. She has had a horrible weekend, I'm sorry. Um, she just hasn't moved from, like, that's her happy place on the uh, aw, damn, just lost a cheek. What are you gonna eat today? This damn it. Um, okay, so, dry tongue is one sign of, not alone, not alone, but dry tongue is one sign of an anaphylactic reaction. Um, you know what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna start posting you ask me questions, and I can give you links to those, references that you need. I'm going to start posting them in the live chat section, of the live on YouTube. Make you go look for it. That way you actually do go follow, and please subscribe. Because posting it on TikTok is useless anyway because you can't click that little ti you can't do it. But Amy, I'm glad your doctor listened. I'm so glad. I have really good doctor now too, really good physician. Um, hi, Southern rooted, we're Georgia now, so we're Southern rooted. Southern rooted-ish. I'm not sure if yes, I'm allergic to placentas. It's not something similar to latex, it's actual latex. So if the poinsettia plant is whole and there is no break in the leaf, the stem, the if the poinsettia plant is perfect, it is not something that can harm a human. From what I've read, it isn't going to affect you. But if there's a break in a leaf, a stem, anything which think about it, brain trouble, all of that stuff. Um, set up plants, fragile, um, that's when latex is the problem with my Texas more. I, had, a allergic reaction last night because, I walked around my neighborhood realizing that there were and I live in a very small townhome division, and I did not realize that there were probably 16 points set up plants. Um, and I was walking in the middle of the street, and I do not know how far away a poinsettia plant has to be for it to affect you. In the past, I, um, like, I don't go into Target, I don't go into grocery stores, I don't go we really don't go anywhere during the holidays. Really, we don't. Where can we go? Unless unless it's a friend's house that we know doesn't have one, or it's a restaurant we head on. But for anybody who doesn't know, poinsettia plants are latex allergens. So if you have a friend who's allergic to latex and you've invited them over for a Christmas holiday, um, you need to remove the poinsettia plant at least 48 hours before they come over, and, it cannot just put in a different room, in a closet, it can't it needs to go, um, because I know someone who has reacted in a situation like that when she was told that there wasn't a set up map, but it had just been moved, to where she couldn't see it. Um, yes, one second, tongue. Okay, see, I'm gonna show you and they're at store yeah, exactly, Lily. I haven't been inside of a mall, I can't tell you when, how I the last time I went inside of a mall. We haven't gone to any restaurants. My birthday's the day after Christmas. I don't we're probably can't really I don't even know if we can do there's like a Christmas light thing that we can drive through. I don't even know if that's safe to do. I would assume yes, because the windows are gonna be closed, and we're not gonna be getting out of the car, but, like, I'm not kidding. Um, I am not I haven't gone anywhere, I haven't done anything. Um, have you had to use EpiPens? I have in the past. Is my tongue still swollen? Let's see. Doesn't hurt, but so it doesn't feel like it is, but it gets I will tell you I've been having a lot of my tongue is swollen episodes, um, um, banana since, the month incident, it seemed to, like, really set a trigger. In fact, I'm gonna have to use a nebulizer for my Pauline soon. Um, and have I had to use them? Okay, so here's the legally, I have to say, I'm not a doctor, medical advice. I can't give medical advice. I am not your doctor, and, please talk to your doctor about a rescue plan, please, if you have MCAS or an anaphylaxis. Um, but, I can say that, I have a personal rescue plan set in place with my own physician, my own, medical provider, and that involves first line rescue meds that are not my epi. My epi is my third line, um, because I can have up to 4 reactions per day when I'm in a flight. I don't care if you're an Olympic athlete. No one's surviving 40 pounds in one day. Um, since I have mast cell activation, I use, I do always carry my EpiPens, but I don't my goal is to not have to use them. I was told specifically by my doctor, and I'm not giving medical advice again, I am simply sharing. Uh, Again, if he wants to join on, YouTube, I would really appreciate it. I still have 200 oh, and, um, it would be cool 'cause you can follow these private. Um, but yeah, I've had EpiPens for years. I used it once. I got yelled at by the ER doctor when I worked there, when they called it that because my eyebrows I didn't know I had IBS at the time. My eyebrows were swelling and it looked like horns, and, like, I looked like I was spreading horns. My and the ER doctor that was listening to me literally asked me, "Why are you here?" And at the time, I took it as a very rude question, and I was incredibly pissed. Um, Now I understand because my own doctor, my current physician, medical provider, explained to me, "No, you do not use your EpiPen unless you can't breathe." Mm, and, like, literally, if, like, you like, literally don't use it unless you can't breathe. If you're, um, I will tell you what I'm on. I am on, oh, that's a lot. I'm gonna call you CC. MCAS, AGS, HI, POTS, 5 safe foods, currently struggling. I am let's just say I'm gonna be down to a very limited number of foods when I go through my food and familiarize myself with stuff that I have been ignoring. Um, I'm allergic to steroids, Robin's, I'm allergic to, ethylene dichloride. Um, Amy, I understand that, but I can tell you that my rescue meds that I use, do and have stopped anaphylaxis multiple times for me, in, 15 to 30 minutes, and I want to explain something. Anaphylaxis and anaphylactic shock have been incredibly confused, in the media and confused us. So we when we hear anaphylaxis, we are thinking anaphylactic shock, um, because that's caught on ER and medical dramas. Um, and, anaphylaxis is 2 or more body systems affected at if you have a sudden and urgent and frequent urge to pee and you have brain fog, it's anaphylaxis. If you're swelling and you have, if your fingers are swelling and you have anxiety and impending doom panic, you have anaphylaxis. Um, Digestive issues, if you're projectile vomiting and you have welts, it's anaphylaxis. Um, as long as my airway is not affected and as long as I can breathe, I am to use my EpiPen. I'm not I'm not to go to the hospital, because, um, Epi is really hard. So, um, to be perfectly honest, um, my, rescue meds work perfectly fine for me, have, uh, multiple times. I only had to use my EpiPen once, and I got to get yelled at for it that one time. I should have used my EpiPen with the, incident though, because, my airway did, become very affected. I was so gassed at that point, I did. Um, See. Uh, but look at activity asthma and the other words so bad. Okay. Yep. Doing physiology again, so I have to do the sections in my NCAS exam. Ew, no. Is not what the other new FAIR guidelines are 2 plus systems EpiPens. Doctors aren't aware too often. Um, do you have, a link you can email me on that, CC Survivor? Because my, information that, I usually, I always go for verified sources, and, the information that I've been, I usually quote, Allergies Network, NCBI, PubMed, if you like that, if you could send that to me, that would be great. That would be something that would be super important and where I would love to share, with people. Do I have medical conditions? Do I have medical conditions? I lost it. Where'd it go? Do you have medical conditions or medications and that after the use of epi? I've only used my EpiPen once since I've been in 16 years. Um, I use, since I have mast cell activation syndrome, um, I am going to tell you that a certain class of anti-anxiety medications that starts with the first syllable is Ben, entire the entire class of medications are mast cell stabilizers, and you can look that up. In fact, I'm going to find it, I'm gonna put it in the chat on YouTube. Let's see. Um, symptoms originating from mast cells, including flushing, pruritus, hypertension, headaches, all of that. Um, um, my can be probably gonna try to do my science lab before going on. I would and more mass too on some thing. What make sure you wear the best mask you can. I play double. Do you wanna go live? I use my machine ones before where, yes, yes, definitely. Because, um, in fact, yeah, fair I remember reading something about, they're actually, gonna be changing, it used to be, or it has up until now been that you're supposed to go to the hospital, if you, use an EpiPen. But, they're changing that. That's gonna be changed soon, where they are going you where it no, you don't have to go to the hospital, um, if you used Epi, unless X, Y, or Z. And alright, I just put in the YouTube chat an article, uh, on mast cell activation syndrome, clinician research from um, that includes these information. Uh, condition causes many of the same stress reactions. Um, yeah, see, if I used my EpiPen every single time I had a reaction, because I'm extremely reactive during my cycle and during my dog cycle, I would for EpiPen in a day. It that's you did that. I would be ending. I have the guidelines, they go off of research, evidence-based information. I do too. I'm a reporter, and I've written for and I, um, verifiable information as well. For those who don't know, is, probably the leading, one of the leading MCAS researchers in the, world. What is fair and system I received 0 MCAS. Um, right, fair is second, I'm gonna put that too, is called there on my chronically spicy page, um, but I, foodallergy.org. Food allergy. Yep, I'm putting a link here in the chat on YouTube. Oops, and I didn't put the link. 1 minute, my brain apparently decided yeah, okay. There, I have the fair link up there now. And fair is I would like to get to okay, living it's about living with food allergies, research and innovation initiative, fair patient registry, clinical research, clinical network, fair innovation for diagnostic data coordinating center. They're the food allergy research and education, and we actually, I'm gonna see if I can get them on my YouTube channel once I start, um, doing with that. Now let me see if I can find the information. That depends. Okay. This one's, um, be like, I'm cast reactions when I stay in my room the entire day. Haha. My stomach symptoms is just something bad go or a reaction, but hope it's just a one and a done. Last reaction was a few days ago to the grain or rice that has food. I'm sorry. You are the creator of the Awfully All Beginners and off of evidence-based. I understand that. I'm just saying that I am as a reporter, the importance and the value of making sure that the information that we're um, sharing is, um, from reliable sources. I was tested for alpha-gal actually, 4 or 5 times, before they figured out that the only way to slow cook things, not all of them slow cook. So it was a histamine. Um, now let me see the EpiPens. Let's see, it's not the one I wanted. Let me go back to Facebook. and find the that was 2019. I'm trying to find the one from 2023. I just read one. I just read one of an EpiPen experiment. Kaiser restricts EpiPen updates where it says if I will find it and I will do a story on it. I will look for what I can because I cannot find it right here, and I want to make sure I get you the correct information. Um, let's see. Yeah, COVID is a mess. My dad's issues started before. Yep. The big I had the I had it 3 times, um, and it wasn't fun. Is the easiest way to put it. But for me, it only lasted I had about 3 days of absolute and utter I couldn't even get out of bed, and then things calmed down. It's still dry. I don't think Vesper's here, she'd still be yelling at me. Um, Hi, Gabby. We haven't caught each other in a while. Jean, how are you? Yes, I personally disagree. A person needs no I don't understand. Yes, and I personally disagree. A person needs no I toward I'm not trying to be rude, but I think you dropped a letter, and I'm not sure what you're trying to say here. I'm not sure what you're disagreeing with. Um, you're welcome. Everyone's welcome to their opinion, but I'm not exactly sure what you're yeah, yeah, I'm true. You see me too. I, I am, we joke that I could only make a that I'd have to make my own bubble, so I can only use 2 soaps. Um, so, robin apples are latex crosses, so it's possible you might be reacting to that. If that continues, you might wanna talk to your doctor about that. Rice and pine were your most recent reactions to different ends of the spectrum. Yeah. Yeah, Annie, Amy, that's one of the reasons my doctor wants me to be very careful. I don't have heart failure, but I have had high blood pressure for, unexplained high blood pressure that's now under control, and, uh, she wants to keep it that way. Um, so, because of my MCAT, because of the fact that reactions have actually been calmed and, stabilized by, uh, my, protocol that we came up with together. We have, been able to skip the emergency room multiple gone to the urgent care, uh, a few times, um, but, unfortunately, where I live, the urgent care closes at 7:30 during the week and closes 5:30 on Sundays, Saturdays, and isn't open on Sundays, so, make sure you time your chronic your make sure you plan your urgent, if, um, if I used mine, I would as well, and make sure I'm sorry too. Yeah, it's hard, Cece, totally. I'm sorry, Amy, that's so hard, so do you have enough tea today, kiddo? Okay, t do you have some salt take a salt tab? Huh? Okay. I didn't ski. My daughter got serum sickness 2 days after amoxicillin. It was scary. What is serum sickness? I don't know. So just so everybody knows, I have I'm, I'm also streaming on YouTube, and I am looking and putting the information, for links that I know we can't post on TikTok onto that, uh, the chat. Go and take a look. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, because then I can monetize the channel and try and actually make a career out of, um, what is oh, baby, I'm sorry. We're gonna be up for a little bit, aren't we? Okay, serum sickness. Uh, I wish I didn't, I'm sorry. So I put the main pediatric for sickness, serum sickness. Robin wants to know off when you take your when you can talk. Robin wants to know off when you take your, salt tabs. Robin wants to know off when you take your salt tabs. When she feels like it, she said. Oh, when she feel I misunderstood. So, when she feels Googling so I can add it to the resources you see. Wait, I have Fair open. Yes. Recognizing response anaphylaxis fair, then click image is the first one. Mm, let me find that. Food anaphylaxis emergency care plan. Is this the one I'm looking at? Here we go. Right, there's food allergy and anaphylaxis emergency care plan, formerly a food allergy action plan, outlines recommended treatments in case of allergic reaction. Signed by emergency contact information. Always make sure you have the contact when you have oh, okay, so this will take it to prevent getting ill, not when you're already sick. Okay, 'kay, okay, 'kay. Um, so, anyway, Keep a plan in a place where others can find it and make sure you and others understand what to do in case of emergency. I have to get my, um, medical, alert jewelry that, people can scan with their phones. Do not have that in place yet. Gotta work on that. Um, if plan was revised, a FAIR's education working group, a multidisciplinary group of food allergy experts that includes leaders, FAIR's medical advisory board, experienced parents of children with food allergies, with food allergies, a dietitian, psychologist, and as wellness planners, directors, medical advisory board. Okay, so carbs or heavy meals can trigger uh, POTS. Um, she did not eat a lot today. She barely anything. Um, she so, yeah, that one should definitely, definitely let her know. Um, so downloading in English, we're looking at fair resources, the form that you take to your doctor. Um, I'm gonna show you. I'm linking this. No, I'll do this. There. I'm linking this, in the chat on my YouTube channel, but you take it to your doctor, you fill out first name, if and this is to help they can help you fill it out, right? Um, I'm not gonna go through all that because that would be and they'd be, back to me, but, uh, you fill that out, and, then, if you have just mast cell if you have just mast cell, TMS for Cure also has a rescue plan, sheet that doctors can fill out for you, your own physician, and make sure you keep a copy of that with you so you can take it with you to doctor's offices. Um, let's see, recognize and respond to anaphylaxis fair, click image, first one. I'm trying to see if I can find image first one. Is that the same? Did I click on that one? Close that one and go to, um, YouTube new fair.com. Alright, the pop-up isn't working. Why is the pop-up working? This is the oldest pop-up I've ever had. Yeah, we had decided on me and you. Oh, no, University, thank you for the gift, I appreciate it. Inside such let's go together. If GI is triggered, small meals throughout the day. When her GI is triggered, she doesn't want food at all. Um, yeah, like, she doesn't want me at all. Um, let's see. When's your birthday? Day after Christmas. Yep. I don't know if we're going anywhere. I wanted to go to, we can drive to Jekyll Island. They've got and they do a super awesome Christmas light special drive-through situation, but, but I don't know, if that would be smart, um, because I definitely wouldn't be drinking any water, because if we have to go to the bathroom I go to the bathroom while it's there, um, I'm not, getting out of the car, um And, yeah, so, um, I feel bad, but at the same time, I'm actually relieved that my allergy didn't get this bad for latex until Eliana was past age of it permanently affecting her psyche when cer you know what you know what I mean? I can tell you it's the craziest thing when I was walking the dogs last time, 'cause, the last time we walked the dogs always around the neighborhood, um, and, I don't live in the subdivision, right? 'Cause it's what's the point? Just walk around, it's a 10-minute walk around the subdivision, it's gonna make me 15, let them do their job, we come inside and go to sleep. Um, and, well, um, red, eh, I was like, I was walking on sidewalks, and then I was like, "Screw this, I'm walking in the um, there were too many, and I don't know how close you have to be for one to affect you. Um, like, I know, for example, that one, um, uh, tree 100 miles away can set off anaphylaxis in someone who's allergic to it. Because I have mosquito allergy, and so does my daughter, and that's why, our allergist told us that we had to leave Tucson. Lily, no, I'm kidding. He was like, "I usually don't tell my patients this, but you need to go." And I was like, "Okay." He was like, "No, I mean, like, the state, you need to leave the state." And I was like, "Okay, like, the state?" He was like, "Yeah, like, you cannot live here." Eliana, at 2 years old, was on a nebulizer 3 times a day, had to take her medication, had to take her, hydroxyzine 3 times a day, had to take her rescue inhaler, as a preventative just to go outside, um, and she was only allowed outside, 30 minutes, didn't touch anything else. She'd get a rash every single time she was playing outside. Um, and every time she got sick, um, she was sick for, lethargy, throwing up, allergic fever, um, uh, laryngitis, and, um, eventually we'd end up, getting divorced. And then by day 3 or 4, feel better, you go back, and once the school understood that she was just, was fine, that, because, like most people, if you've thrown up in the last or whatever, you can't or do people figured, we explained things to them, and they were like, "Okay, yeah. Hey, Jess, how are you doing? What did you do last night?" Yeah, I guess so. Uh, yeah, I'm sorry. Robin, how often do you take your salt tabs? Okay. Mhm, mhm, okay. She does not do a lot of walking. Um, alright, 1 second. I'm still trying to find this link I can get for CC Survivor, and if anybody who's hanging out, Chronically Spicy on YouTube, please subscribe, like, comment, all that, um, and oh oh, yeah, well, I have an appointment with, our physician, on, mm, my birthday, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, to no, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I keep on forgetting I have to do time. Um, but what we're talking about is changing her birth control. She's on birth control because her periods are so bad. They're as bad as my I don't understand how nobody recognized that mine shouldn't be that bad, um, when I was a kid. Yeah, yeah. Cece, I can still see you. I'm not sure what you mean by me being gone. Um, if you can still hear me, I'm glad for the conversation, and, I have, included links, the, major link to food allergy and 1 second, let me go back. I'm linking to things from the chat to my from here that we're talking about, in the chat live in YouTube. Chronically Spicy, my, links are all in my bio. And did I actually get myself out of YouTube by accident? I might have cut myself out of YouTube. Did I? No. Oh, here I am. Here I am. Here I am. No, you did not. You did? I didn't look. um. Let's see. I'll look. I'll look. I will look. I will look. I will look. Um. Go stuck. If you're feeling good, I invited you to. Just listening in the background. Not too bad. Had a migraine. Was out for about 2 days, but no, I'm glad to hear that, Jess. Migraines are a nightmare. Mm, so I linked the allergy, fair anaphylaxis rescue plan in the chat on my YouTube channel, um, for today's live stream. The reason that I do this is because and this is the other reason I wanna start moving primarily to YouTube. Um, if I basically TikTok, I'll stay on TikTok, but I want to make sure I always have access to YouTube because TikTok, um, the live streams, once they're done, you know, people can watch them later at their leisure. They stay up on YouTube. They don't, they don't you don't get highlights you can put up later once you download the whole thing on your iPhone or whatever, kinda thing like that. Uh, I don't know if, okay, sure. CC, thank you for liking the live, I appreciate it. My daughter's name, oh, wow, Lily Ro there's another somebody else has daughter named Eliana. My daughter's autistic and, very, very blunt. Um, I'm sure your daughter's a lovely girl, and I would love to meet her someday. She has had serum sickness. Serum sickness is incredibly serious. Wow. Alright, if you, I'm glad that she is on the mend. Cece, thank you for looking. Um, rash, joint pain, fever, swelling of the lymph nodes. Oh, her Eliana's going through hell too. What? Okay, she said she meant that she meant, you know what she means. A lot of people with a lot of people with MCAS, yes, who don't a lot of people with MCAS and, mm, POTS are uh, were either ADHD, autistic, or both. And, sometimes, well, for a lot of us, that includes, insect thoughts, no filter. Holy crap. I am praying for you and your Eliana. Lily Rose, we call our, we call Elliot for short, and we call it Eli, the Mexican wine, so Eli. Um, but I would love if you would email me at chronicallyspicy, um, @gmail.com or message me here. Um, I want to, as soon as I start to get together a, I just got cold. Are you gonna get sick again? I just got cold. We are, like, weirdly psychically connected. Mhm. Um, jeez. But anyway, you want some plain rice? You want plain rice? Okey dokey. Okey dokey. Okey dokey. Yeah, I was just offering. She said, "No." We said, "Okay." Alright. So, um, alright. So I've included so far allergies. See, it was what have I included? Links to an article, by that included information for Dr. Afrin on that information. Um, I can tell you right now, personal experience, not telling you out of advice, that, it stops anaphylaxis for me if I take it fast. I have learned my signs, um, and I'm getting better at recognizing the signs. um, uh, that I used to miss. Um, and, better at not doubting myself. Um, I went to the urgent care, like normal people don't have who aren't sick. Um, I actually went to the urgent care, last Sunday because which I this eye, from this whole side of my eye was I'd blown blood vessels. Um, and it happens every month for the last few months. Um, and same spot, same eye, and would, usually start before my cycle, start and go away after my cycle ended. And, well, um, it hurt, and I was a mess. I don't know, I had somebody tell me in one one of my followers told me that it's possible when you're if you have, to have, what they call it, forget what it's called, but essentially that you can bleed out of your teeth. I'm sorry, your lips, your eyes, um, your just any other orifice, during or before your cycle. Not gingivitis, related to your cycle. Like, parts of that part of your anatomy made it into other parts of your body. Um, Now, do I think that's what's going on? I don't know. Um, but yeah. Let me see if I what does? Stevia? Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait, stop. What kind of stevia are you using? Is it mixed with monk fruit? Are you sure? Alright, 1 second. We are going to look, um okay, because monk fruit is a latex crop. Uh, Alright, according to a new study by the when is this from? 2020? According to a new study by the Pennsylvania University son of a bitch. I'll bring everything downstairs for us to sleep down here. I'm so sorry. Alright, let's see. I don't see anything connecting stevia to latex. But I will tell you that, um, your stomach just might not like it, and it is possible that, uh, if you ever are being served something by someone who's not aware, that the stevia contains monk fruit, because I have worked myself severely up with monk fruit, and you've seen it on videos. Yep. Not everybody with allergies to coconut are gonna be allergic to every single, coconut derivative. So pay attention to your symptoms and your signals and your body signs. Like this one, Lily Rose. Now let me see if I can find that thing on what my follower told me. Um, uh, I'm trying to think of how to search this. Um, so- mm. See, I thought that I just had like a hemorrhage type thing. Like it happens in, huh? Yeah, yeah, right, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're getting really personal now. Um, what did they call this? My son is CVS. I know somebody else with cyclical vomiting syndrome. He throws up all of a sudden. You know what, Lily? I have been written for anybody for a long time. I'm pitched for a long time, but I have an adult friend with that. And she has said that she'd be willing to talk to me for a news story about that. I can empathize. Um, good night. I got thanks for stopping by, Jess. Um, I can empathize a little bit. It keeps freezing on my end. If you can put in, I had a friend who had to had that removed. CC, do you need me? CC, do you need me to put my email in here, or what am I? I'm trying to follow. What is it that you need me to add for you? Put it in a comment. I will email you the fair guidelines. And then in fact, if you want to do a YouTube video together, I'm more than happy to invite you on, and we can do. We can. Did I think I did something stupid with my phone. Um, mhm, yeah. Just have a good night. I hope you feel better. Please make a video on cyclic vomiting syndrome. Would you, if you're interested, I would be more than happy to interview you and see if my friend would be interested in coming out at the same time. I'm going to tell you right now. First, right now, I'm doing things the way I'm doing them, and like TikTok, TikTok, iPhone. Yep. Okay. Yeah, my friend lost 15 pounds, like, in a few weeks, like, and, um, okay, so it makes I can tell you this, I myself, Lily, just so you know, you don't have to be on camera. You can just create a YouTube, if you don't have a YouTube account, you can just create a YouTube account and, put up an avatar of whatever. It could be a picture of your dog. It doesn't have to be you. Um, and you can just talk my voice. You don't have to have a channel, like any videos, anything. That's one of the reasons why I like using YouTube. And I haven't done any videos with people yet because I'm still figuring out how to multi-stream. I wanna be able to post what I'm posting. I wanna have my phone going on the side so it's TikTok can watch and post, simultaneously to YouTube and, my Facebook page. But I also wanna be able to split screen and read, articles and, share, um, links to, references that, people who may be looking for the same answers can take to their doctors, and then that way they're not going, "Hey, doc, I saw this on YouTube." No, they're going, "Hey, I found this on NCBI," and they can be taken more seriously. Um, see, I was one thing I wanted to say was that I can't you did a scan, okay. Um, well, one thing I wanted to share was I can understand to a point, and I can empathize because I had full-term hyperemesis, for my pregnancy with Eliana. I was on Zofran. Huh? Let me just tell you, I'm pretty sure there's a let me just tell you, I'm pretty sure there's a reason I, did not my body was like, "We're not doing this again." There were a lot of close calls. I was, a problem pregnancy from the beginning, complicated from the beginning. I had postpartum hyperemesis. I was on 3 times a day Zofran. Every single at the end of every single trimester, the insurance company was like, "Well, you don't need this anymore," and they would stop the prescription, and I would end up back in the ER and getting bags and bags and bags and bags of IV fluids. Um, and then the emergency room would get the bill and be like, "Oh, guess who wasn't kidding?" And then they would give me the prescription again. Um, mhm. Yeah, Lily, I have to say, hats off to you. I have all the respect in the world for you. I did try to get you pregnant again. Um, I think I did, and I think I had a very early term loss, for, 2 or 3 days before I was supposed to go and get it was about I was 6 weeks late on my period. I'd gotten a, um fertility shot to stimulate ovulation. Um, didn't wasn't thinking about my allergies, right? Um, and stare and everything, and I was home by my house, by myself, I'm sorry, daughter was sleeping. I was home by myself for the rest of it, and let's just say that I was in the bathroom for 2 hours, and, I, instinctively knew that I didn't want to, confirm what I was pretty sure was happening. Um, yeah, it's weird, um, 'cause, like, I've, like, acknowledged it, but, like, I've, like, haven't. Um, and I felt horrible because I'm the oldest. I didn't even tell my husband the next she's like, "I hope they get kid last night." And, but I thing is, I knew that things were gonna go bad when they gave me the fertility shot because I immediately developed horrible, horrible belt. Um, and I'm 100% sure there was something in that shot that I was allergic to. I don't know what it could have been. Mhm. I went 4 years that I been sick at one point. Did I have a single di I'm gonna turn 46 on Monday, okay? When we lived in Maine from 2013 to 2017, um, I can't math, but I was in my 30s. Um, I can't I can't math. I don't know. Somebody do the math for me. Um, all I know is that, Lily, thank you. All I know is that I was way too young for, like, you know, menopause, so to just be like, "Hey." Um, and, every single time the doctor was like, "So what was the date of your last period?" I'd be like, 4 years ago." Mi mind you, I lived in Northern Maine, I lived in Amish country. Literally, you literally have to wait for the Amish cart in front of you to make the left-hand turn before you could turn right in Amish country. I was a dark sleep before midnight in that place, and everybody asked me if I was from Hawaii. Um Huh? If you wanna move to Maine, do not go do not you can drive through, to visit. Do not live anywhere north of Portland. Um, Bangor is okay. Um, huh? It's not a sundown town, it's just, let's just put it this way. Let me put it this way. It is very common to meet people who have never left the county. Okay, they never left they never left the county. There was a house around. We lived on a giant plot of land that was, like, broken up and owned by different people, right? We had 5 acres of this giant plot of land, and, on the opposite side, there was a house that had one of those little, um, fisherman statues with a tan on the front lawn. Yeah. Every single time we got in town, um, I would subconsciously count how many times I saw minority, um, and every single time I saw a minority, I'm not kidding you, this is what happened, this is what I got from across the street, across the store, across the aisle of the whatever, I get this. I called I I didn't and this was coming from any minority. I called it the nod of the nod of acknowledgement, and my husband was like, "I." Exercise ring closed. Yeah. Maine, and, uh, I don't know. I don't know where I know you can get a lot of good lobster here, and they can get I know you can get a lot of you can you can get a lot of good lobster here. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, you don't wanna be doing that. Um, but yeah, so hyperemesis, that's why I can relate to, I can understand, at least to a degree, because I had 9 months of what your son's gonna be dealing with for the rest of his life, and that's no, yeah, I'm assuming Zofran is part of that. Zofran messes up a lot of people. Um, uh, yeah, mhm, mhm. I'm I'm not liking this. I don't like it. We're gonna fix that tomorrow with glitter and just add to it until it's fixed. Oh, no, no, she's a nurse. She works, I'm gonna tell you the ones that she's picked, I believe I'm gonna show you. Okay, so she's picked this, alright? Let me show you what I did to the back. From my F-bomb, necklace, I, I covered the back. She chose this one, okay? She chose this one, and then as of right now, I'm gonna make a few some choices. But she could choose this one, or or she could choose this one, and I have enough to make a whole bunch of these. Um, I also have the plain ornaments, and I've got some of these ornaments that are like the bell shaped. I can wear whatever you want on them. And I still have a ton of my dad. But um, Zofran, I think I don't wanna scare you, Lily, and I'm not saying this to scare anyone. I'm just saying this just, for, um, awareness. Um, I believe the reason that I became allergic to everything, um, I think Zofran was my kicker, was my starter, and the reason is because Zofran contains ethylene dihydrochloride. Ethylene dihydrochloride is used as a stabilizer, as amongst other things, used in a lot. It it's in I was a yes, my life. Mhm, mhm, mm, mhm. Yeah, I can't, go back and forth from medications 'cause, like, I'm prescribed it was literally prescribed 50 milligrams of Benadryl 4 times a day to control my MCAS, and I told my doctor, I'm like, "This is ridiculous." I'm number 1, I had to have the medication, compounded at the time, so it was $156 a bottle, and 2, um, if I took it every single day, what were they gonna give me first line if I showed up unconscious in an emergency in the back of an ambulance? 'Cause that's the only that and the X and nobody wants to be in the back of the back of the wee woo van, Robin. That's one of my biggest fears too. I think that's one of the reasons that people with chronic illness and people who are the parents of chronic illness, because Lily Rose has her hands cut out for her. I definitely think that's one of the issues, and that's one of the reasons why I'm probably going to do a long form YouTube where I am just when I can figure out how to do this, I do a long form YouTube just researching the different kinds of um, uh, and let me finish the thought. The different kinds of medical alert jewelry because when we have 5 lines isn't enough to tell people how to not F me up. Um, because when you have dog and this is one of the reasons I get so pissed when I hear, creators, any app, including this one, say, "Oh, it's not important to get an MCAS diagnosis, you can just treat it, it's bullshit. Bullshit. Do you wanna know why? Because and I'm gonna put this in the chat, is y'all are gonna be y'all are gonna be coming to this chat just so you can find this information. There are literally, um, one of the that you know, is because when you have to be basically monitored by a separate team who's watching for your every vital, your temperature, everything to make sure you stay as stable as possible. Um, and, they're also, one of 3, um, uh, anesthesias. And yes, thank you, Cece. Now that's my here's the thing. 4 years ago, I knew I had MS, but it wasn't in my record. My doctor had prescribed my EpiPen and prescribed we go a little histamine, but she was a very senior lane doctor, and she was really because, well, she's not a specialist. So it took me 2 years to find an actual specialist. Took my insurance, lived in my area, blah, 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 that I could afford. Oops. The first specialist was a functional medicine doctor. The first specialist, I got the diagnosis. My doctor said no. My doctor said, functional medicine doctors cannot prescribe medications I am not taking. I am to accept the prescription. I'm sorry, that diagnosis because, um, I just can't accept a diagnosis from a functional med doctor. It has to be from a doctor that can prescribe. And I'm like, "Okay, so here we go again." Now, at the time, it pissed me off. Now I understand why, 'cause I think a lot of functional med well-meaning, I'm not knocking anybody, I'm not knocking people, but I am saying that I do believe that a lot of people are being misdiagnosed with MCAS when it's actually just to differentiate, not to minimize, but it's just histamine intolerance, not MCAS, because guess what? If your MCAS got cured, it wasn't MCAS, it was histamine intolerance. Histamine intolerance is usually self-managed and diagnosed because there aren't specific tests for it. So when a doctor says histamine intolerance doesn't actually exist, they're not technically lying. Yeah, it's a condition, but it's not a recognized condition. Um, and, um, all and you got this entire group of chiropractors that are telling people that it's just your gut and you just need to heal your gut. Heal your gut, you're fine, and drink the bone broth and have the apple cider vinegar, and it's okay, Robin, I understand, please feel better. Um, and you know what? Every single thing that's prescribed there's that the function medicine doctor that I was taking this guess what? That's how I found out I had MCAS, because every single time I drank apple cider vinegar, I suddenly got flushed and projectile vomiting. Every time I made pork roast from my family in the slow cooker, I could eat pork chops and I was fine, but why the hell was the pork roast making me burp like I was birthing a demon, and then have me while I was developing welts, having anaphylaxis and not even knowing it, and then running to the bathroom as fast as I could so I could projectile vomit, and guess is everything my GI I basically get episodic gastroparesis with my if I've been overly scanned, my digestive system just stops. It's nowhere near needing a tube or tube feeding or anything. It just means I just I have to day. Um, and, it's but I'd go to the doctors and I'd be like, This is something's wrong." I got tested for alpha-gal 5 times for that, and they're like, You're not allergic to man." Like, I told you I can have pork chops. The only problem is, um oh, and then I got, I had a 9-hour gastroparesis, lethargic episode, after having barbacoa, um, from Chipotle, because barbacoa is a slow cooked Mexican that I grew up eating for breakfast, and it was my favorite food in the world, and, I never I haven't eaten it since, you know, time in college where you drink too much vodka or whatever it was, and every time you saw it, you throw up. Um, that's what it did. But I'm telling you, I ate it 9 hours before, and without getting into too much detail, let's just say it wasn't digested. But the second I threw it up, I felt 100% fine. I was back to normal. I never touched that shit again. Um, these doctors described me suggesting things like kombucha. Kombucha is fermented mother effers, telling me to make my own, um, fermented dill, pickles, all these other things, and no, because fixing your gut fixing your gut was the only thing that was necessary to fix your autoimmune problem with gas, then that protocol alone should be enough to fix everything from rheumatoid arthritis to diabetes type 2. Yeah, if I'm honest, Lily Rose, that's gonna depend on the person, um, because, I'm assuming you're Mexican because of the Eliana, right? Or Latina, but, uh, I whether or not you are, everybody loves tamales. Yeah, exactly. I've never met I've only ever met Mexican, um, uh, but, even though it's a Hebrew name, did you know that? It means prayer. Um, but, anyway, I can have I can have tamales as long as it's corn husk only. Corn, I'm I'm allergic to latex. Corn is not one of my process, okay? At least not yet. I know that it could be eventually, and that's exactly what Lily Rose, we have a lot in common. That's exactly, um, one of the reasons that we chose that name. It took us 5 years, to have her, and if I'd known that my body was, pushing out my IUDs and that, my birth control was completely ineffective because my body wasn't responding to it, we would have gone to fertility a lot sooner as opposed because both my husband and I came from, families where our parents got married because, you know, Mexican families. Um, and, well, we wanted to enjoy something for ourselves, so we did it 4 years ago, and, we would have started sooner if we had known. If pork is the issue, not other mammal, have you been tested for pork cat syndrome? It looks like are you asking if have you had issues with pork this, or is this you or your son? Or are you asking if it could be an issue? Because those are 2 different answers, and because Cece's entirely right. Like, I can have pork tamales as long but my thing is, it has to be only in a corn husk. I have a 9-part series on 2 on TikTok because I screwed myself up so badly with just 3 bites of a tamal that was wrapped in a banana leaf husk. I don't know what Latin American country does that, but, when I woke up, I was fine that day. I woke up the best day the next day. The holes my tonsils my tonsils were so swollen, you couldn't see, my tonsils were so swollen that I had the openings in my nostrils were bigger than the openings in my throat. I should have EpiPen I talked I had my doctor got a hold of me, and was like, "Okay, so this was one time when you should have epied." And I was like, "Okay, I understand that now." Because I didn't know because I'm autistic, and I explained to my doctor, I'm like, "You told me I only needed" I'm like, "I could breathe." I'm like, "It was hard, but I could breathe," you know? And she was like, "Right, okay, sorry, wishful thinking, okay." Right? And, I'm going to take a rescue med because a second. Tongue underscore bone. Try again. Um, and anyway, but I didn't understand that. So I had her explain it to me. So I said, "Okay, so give me examples of when I would need to know to go," right? And she said, "Okay, so she's going through this list, and she says, if you have like stridor happening," and I'm like, "Stridor? You mean like an asthma attack where it sounds like you're like, right? Like Darth Vader breathing?" And she goes, "Yeah, exactly." And I went, like my Target viral latex video, um, that, and she said, yeah, yeah. Um, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Now, here's the thing, Target viral the video on viral video, that's how much talking over 240 something thousand, no, 400 and something thousand views, 30, what I don't even know. It's nearly at 500,000. Um, anyway, my I because I recognize signs, I got out of that store as fast as possible. Pee first before I got to continue because it's one of my allergic signs. I would have peed my pants in the parking lot if I did not run to the bathroom first, which meant I had to run past the balloons, holding my breath like I was trying to race through the perfume section at the mall. Um, and went I peed as fast as humanly possible. I got the F out that door. Um, I realized when I got to my car that I'd forgotten my EpiPens. I did not have them in my bag. I did the video as a way to keep myself calm while I was walking to the car so I could talk, 'cause keep if I'm talking and explaining to somebody what's going on, then, um, I'm not thinking of all the possibilities of what could go wrong in my brain, you know what I'm saying? Um, and I, opened up my purse and I'm like, because my ADHD brain, I changed purses at the last minute before we walked out the door of the house and grabbed the Epic. Did not think to go back into or, Target, because why would I? Because I was trying to escape the balloons, um, 'cause my mouth had gone bone dry, and you can see it, you can hear it. It was I have a video on YouTube, that is all 4 of Target videos put together. So, you can watch the whole thing. Um, and, anyway, um, I did have a mast cell stabilizing pens, and I had my Benadryl with me. By the time my husband came out of the store 5 to 10 minutes later, I was still let me put it this way, my doctor told me that my goal is my goal is to stop the progression of the allergy. That means I succeeded, and I don't have to go and I don't have to go to the serum, right? Um, I could breathe normally, I could finish a sentence and think normally. That tells you how bad this reaction got. Um, uh, uh, I was tired, but I was, functioning. Um, but, uh, like, the difference was obvious, very obvious. video one. Just just watching video one to video, the the whole from the video, just the first one, and then watching video one to video two, you're like, "Oh my god." It was crazy. But, I will tell you this, um, that happened to me with the boss couldn't breathe, high-pitched voice, that's scary. But the panic kicks in, and I want the other see, that's the problem, Lily. The pen I'm not your doctor. I can't tell you what to do or not to do, okay? But I can tell you that panic itself can be a sign of an allergic reaction, right? And the epi is counterintuitive to calming the panic. That's not good because it's just you're getting pure adrenaline. Pure adrenaline is not gonna calm you down. It's going to keep you up 3 days straight. Um, if you have or suspect, um, an anxiety condition or, um, you have or you suspect, mm, a mast cell condition or anything like that, it might be worth getting tested for, and if your doctor is, um, conducive, to it, then it's possible to get because here's what happened to me. I was first diagnosed with panic disorder years ago, but I always noticed that my panic was never just panic. I had welts, I had hives, flushing. Um, Look at my worst MCAS pinned post. Um, I think it's my 3rd or 4th video that's pinned. Um, I have to go to at P really, really uh-huh, uh-huh. Have you heard of impending doom with severe anxiety? That's because that's the sign that if it's just anxiety, it's just anxiety. That's what I tell people. If it's just a panic attack, it's just a panic attack. Um, because, um, I used to think that, panic attacks involved welts, hives, flushing, and your cheeks getting so big it looks like you're trying to store enough food for the winter. Also brain fog, that was so bad that one time while I was driving mind you, I'm in the middle of Northern Maine, and I was looking at the end of the road for a while. So it's the only reason I have CPS asking why I was, why driving my child, in the current state that I was in. Um but it took I was 15 minutes from my house. I had just finished drinking a Trenta coffee, um, let me rephrase that, a very large coffee from a coffee chain. This wasn't their fault, this was mine, I didn't know it was super, super, super high histamine. Um, and anyway, it was an hour-long drive and whatever, it hit me, and all of a sudden, I have these massive associated. I have to actually look to make sure that my hands are on the steering wheel because I know that I don't know they don't feel, my brain doesn't feel that my hands are connected to the steering wheel unless I see it. It was just this giant mess. I was 15 minutes from my home. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. We had dropped my husband off at the airport for a family emergency that was still that was 2 hours away. Um, by the time I, um, found our house, because this brain fog episode, and the panic that came with it was so bad, 2 hours, that's how badly this episode affected me. And, um, guess what happened the next time it happened? I had I described the episode to my doctor. They were like, "That's they were a wonderful doctor who never gaslit, and they were like, "That straight up sounds like a panic attack." Looking back, with that's all the information we have. I don't understand. I'm not mad at them for saying that. Um, uh, I'm grateful actually, because eventually I noticed something. The medication took away the panic attack, but it didn't just take away the panic attack. The welt stopped getting worse. The flushing stopped getting worse, or maybe even started to go away. The, uh, impending doom feeling stopped. The brain fog cleared. Uh, the the physical symptoms, the throat itching stopped. All of that stopped. The entire class of anti-anxiety medications that are in the Benz family are MCAS stabilizers. I happen to be the one that starts with X for, um, uh, brand name and starts with A for the generic because I have hard, fast reactions. I have epi-level fast reactions that need to be treated and calmed fast. There's a lot of people I know who have, great success with things like Valium. Sorry, the V one. I have a friend who no longer needs to do his V except for special occasions, because special occasions, when he's overdone it, because he's on Xolair, and Xolair's calmed his stuff down, so much. Um, and, so, yeah, it just depends on the person, right? Um, but for me, it has to be we tried the vegan one thing, and it didn't work. My daughter is 16, she's been on singular laxatives since she was 2, and her said singular I morning for singular, pay attention to her and everything. Lily Rose, the A medication for, that too. The A medication for, ADHD, also on mast cell stabilizer, so, yeah. Um, what meds? Yeah, yeah, okay, that one. So I take H1s and H2s, not now mind you, not every single person has the entire protocol, but I take H1s and H2s. They'll even tell you in the hospital that, if you have allergic reaction at home, you go to hospital by just taking Pepcid with, not Benadryl, right? Um, we usually need to do it 2 at least 2 times a day, sometimes more. Do you have any more Zofran? Yes, you do. I'm gonna get you one right now. You don't think what? You didn't take the first one, that would explain why you're at where you're at right now. Yeah, well, you should have taken when I put this mhm, 'kay. So, see, now the well, hopefully remember this. What you're going through right now is what I went through for 9 months too. It's not fun. No, it's not fun. Yeah, here. Okay, so, um, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's nothing I didn't there's absolutely nothing I can give her Zofran.
You could
Take
summon Jesus to fix my shit and it would not.
take a shot of
Yeah, I'm
take
going
it.
to.
Okay, hydroxyzine, and then I want you to do the nebulizer one more time. I'll wait till after you're done with the nebulizer. You can rinse out the cup, and I can do mine. Um, um, because I'm on, uh, nebulized cromolone, Jesus Christ, nebulized what? Yeah, nebulized cromolone sodium is what I'm on. And they put me on that after I chemically burned my throat from the Dama incident. Um, she tried it. That was that reaction took me a whole month to get over. It was that bad. Um, uh, she tried really hot shower to help my son's that helps my son with his OBS. We couldn't put her in a hot shower if she paid me. I couldn't put her in a jacuzzi for money. Um, uh, she's 16 and she has a very, very clear skin. We do, however, have a one of those microwavable, ovens that, you can, uh I don't mean to be like, grabby here, but, I haven't seen a single gift, um, and, like, I'm giving, thing. Anybody would be, uh, very grateful. Um, anyway, but, the, I wish I could get her into a shower. She will not hot shower. Uh, she won't the bath, I have this quiet. She will not take a hot shower unless she was unconscious, which would be a bad thing. So we have one of those microwavable penguins, stuffed animals, um, and that can, be bad, essentially, right? And, that that is what, um that's the closest thing that we can get to that for her. Um, that's in CC, I'd be happy to. Um, just to listen if you mind take part in the conversation. And, my ADHD sometimes I basically I'm trying to, I'm trying to make sure I don't get ADHD. Mhm. Did you fall asleep, Cece? Okay, alright, that's cool. We do have a heating pad for her, though. We let her use that. Good night, Cece. What about magnesium soaks that I can get her to do with not super hot, warm water, hot water, but warm enough? Um, that might be a doable thing. I'll show you the progress I have on this um, ornament because one of the possible ornaments that is probably going to be shipped out on, if I can get it out by Thursday or Friday, she'll be happy because she's a nurse. She's working Christmas, so she's not doing Christmas with the family until like the 28th or whatever. Um, and she just wanted a super present for the fam, and so she ordered four of these. And unfortunately, one of the ordered did not, I thought, survived the trip from Minnesota, but did not quite. So I had to. So my husband had to make an emergency route to the stores for me. This uh, is what happened instead. But I think it's still missing something. Maybe I'm thinking. Listen to anything. When I get to the missing anything point, it's usually they put up or shut up for time where I have to decide if I actually, or if I'm just overthinking shit. Um, like any dad, anything else to this or shit. I think it's just like that shit. Whatever. I mean, I don't know. Um, and then I have, just so you know, for so if anybody's curious, I have a new rotary pen that I don't know about. I'm not we actually coming, um, and I have spoons. Think about chronic illness and spoons. Now to me, spoons and bugs are synonymous. So I wanted to make a set of. I think I'll eventually have a collection of like different sayings on like spoons. So I pick up the spoons from Goodwill and thrift shops. Um, and I have practice sheet of metal here. Um, and I'm gonna start practicing with it as soon as I can. Does anybody have any questions about mast cell or allergies or anything they want to talk about? This is just Benadryl, by the way, TikTok. So keep your panties on. Not a problem. I'm glad to have you here, Lily. Oh, I'm gonna go leave that. Please, 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 please. I am begging. If I could ask you for one thing for my birthday, because I can't, I haven't seen this, I can't do this stuff. But if I could ask you for one single thing for my birthday, it would be to have 1,000 subscribers. The notification for 1,000 subscribers for my birthday means it can 100 people. Um, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I don't think I'll be able to make it happen. That happening. Um, but please subscribe. I would appreciate it. Um, and I am glad to have had a great conversation with you. Oh, thanks, Lily. Hello, Renee Hansen. How are you? I am hanging out because my daughter is currently having it in cast slash period slash home flare. And oh, and because I just finished this for a client. Okay, I'm ruining it. Here we go. Is there anything you'd like to talk about, Renee? Specific issues you have going on? Um, or, or maybe about that I could possibly research or um, to the right a people or organizations with the information that you are looking. Um, my friend's role was part of the line working on my dogs while he was like he was alive. And like dogs need to go pee. And so I think I missed him. I have 275 followers. I need 1,000 to be able to monetize my channel on YouTube. And I plan on trying to come up with some kind of way to celebrate that as a milestone. Maybe I can convince one of the companies that I touting because I use them a free art. But I'm trying to think of something as a way to celebrate making that um, making that making that goal. There are still 13 people here, so there are other 13 people sleeping, or they're all incredibly freaking shy and hope somebody else talks first. Okay, went to subscribe and done. Yes, thank you, girls. I appreciate you coming back to let me know. And I think please CVS. Yes, I'm gonna actually contact my friend tomorrow and ask if she is willing to you where she's not the only guest. Um, I'm sure she'll be fine with that. Because you're the first person I've met as a child that can tell me or send me a message here so I have your contact info. Hey, Manette, I got a message. You know, Eliana's going through a flare right now. She is, and I after threat by the fourth time in the last hour because she's a total mess. Lily, it was a pleasure to meet you. Hello, Jill Pond. You're busy, but one day. Oh, it's gotta happen sooner rather than later. And actually, be an article because I want to start a Substack. Um, $1 a month, and it's going to include um, a podcast and a blog and one article and one episode that's free every month for um, anybody to read. I still have my food and everything available to and um, on TikTok. Uh, uh, my name's in position of I've been asked what I'm not ready, and so I need to start if I'm if I'm putting in 3 hours a week. I need to start getting paid like I'm putting in 40 hours a week. So I need to start busting my ass for that. So yeah, I'm adding the Substack. Um, and yeah, I would love to like if you and here's the thing, if we do it as an article, we can what I probably would want to do is to do it as as a YouTube video and turn the video into an art and frame a story into written form. And I'm still hanging out here. My doctor's in West. I'm you have to do on this ornament. See who else is there. And if anybody wants to talk anything or so a quick list for future emails, um, I really appreciate you here. Thank you for doing that. She is absolutely. She has barely eaten anything. She's multiple times. She um, is absolutely um, she's in full health, and I know, I know she needs stronger birth control. The birth control that shred is not the right one for her. Um, but she wants to start her on dose because she's young I understand that, that's fine. Um, but we went in kinda knowing that it wasn't gonna be the right one. And, this is the 3rd month and, a lot more improvement than there is right now. So, I have an appointment on the 6th for her for that. What do you think about there? I think it's one of my favorite so yeah, one of my favorites so far. You doing that? Your sister, your sister. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I'm gonna work on the math when I get in. Um, I'm a little distracted. And I apologize because I know what time of the year it is, and all of that. Um, I know we didn't raise as much as we wanted to, but maybe the next one will be better if we have to do another fundraiser. Oh, I gotta work on a T-shirt for you. Maybe that'll work at Teespring. Yeah, this one's added some silver. It's tomorrow, Wednesday. Whoever is watching on YouTube, thank you, because whether or not you know it, you're helping me out. Because that means when I reach 1,000 subscribers, I can make you a minute with any words you want. And look, I glorified the outside oyster shell and then glorified, and that has a certain word in it. It's a little hard to read. So I'm gonna put something else over it. I have to figure that out. Um, this ornament, sorry, ornament. This another painted oyster shell. Oh no, it's okay. No, I'm not asking for you. It's all good. We have a question for you. If I start a chronically spicy Facebook group, a free one, I always have open access, kind of, and then allow have the funds to move on to other options I might be able to offer. Um, who'd be interested in being a mod. About it, and you don't have to answer publicly. Well, that would be awesome. All right. Um, I think I already started last night in my delirium. Um, and I'm not even kidding. There were some moments. I will send you an invite to the group. It's spicy page. The group is there, so you should be able to find it there. Um, just join. Oh, it's open now. Eventually, it's going to be um, free still, but not going to be invited. And yes, you're right. We do. I agree with you 100%. It is not the right color. Ugh. I hope Facebook lets us add each other as friends. Sometimes Facebook is a jerk and it's like, no, you can't be this person's friend. And no, I won't tell you why. Just walking and you realize it's such a pain in the ass. High creation of opulence. I just finished working cool stuff for a client. Here's one thing. I like passwords that are pretty. Okay, you good? Uh, okay, I'm gonna go now. My daughter's finished the nebulizer. I'm gonna get her. I don't know if she's gonna be able to do her meds tonight because she's a swallowing thing. Um, but we're going to at least get a cup of ginger tea and some electrolytes. Um, where are we
I need the fucking one somewhere that does not.
okay. So she wants to sleep downstairs on the couch. Excuse me.
This fucking pillow.
Go for it. I dare you.
Well, I'll just fight for that.
Um, so hi Brandy and Creation Fabulence. I would love to invite you both on now. But my daughter is going for a chronic illness flare. It is at 43. And I need to put a few things away before I accidentally get sold my MacBook. Um, like I'll go over tomorrow during the day. Is the plan. Which means that I go to time before. So, um, I hope you all have a good night. Thank you for joining. And do me a favor, please. If, my birthday is on Monday, and my only request is that you please join me on my YouTube channel and subscribe to my channel. All the links in my TikTok bio. The channel is chronically chronically spicy. I have a page on those studios or page too. You can choose to go to into art or not, but it's important to me, and I would love to see you. Be my face, my so happy Christmas for hanging out with me. Have a lovely night, Manette. I will send you a message tomorrow, and your sister's doing better, and I hope that you have a good um and hopefully we catch each other during this holiday. Sorry about not being able to invite you tonight. Have a good night. I'm gonna go take care of the little Feliz Navidad. All right, I'm gonna go now. Any comments, and I will answer what I can.